Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 11th episode of Four Roads Out of Warba podcast. With us, all of us, the Warbashop Quartet. No funny introductions. We're just going to jump right into it. But I do want to know, Mort, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic.
Tippy?
Doing good. I'm so good. It's borderline weird.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Get situated here. All right. My apologies. For my week, rather than the ranking and finding out people's favorite this and that and other thing, I thought we'd do something that I haven't done in like 30 years. So hopefully it turns out good. But hopefully y'all have heard of Dungeons and Dragons, or more commonly known as D&D. What that is you have a group of players and you have an adventure on usually a map with little figurines. Bort, you got that one handy? That little figurine guy?
Yeah. Oh, right here.
That little figurines like that. And you run through different adventures, and boy, whoever painted that did a really good job.
I'm assuming you did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
So since we don't have a map and we can't use figurines, it's going to be kind of a use your imagination, write stuff down. And this first episode might be a little boring for some viewers because we got some stuff we got to do to get set up. So I have asked the gentlemen to have a piece of paper or a phone or something that they can write on. So on the upper left-hand corner of your piece of paper, I need you to write the following: strength. And then right under that, write dexterity. And then underneath that, write constitution. And underneath that, write intelligence. Bob, do you need some help with these?
I'd say, are you sure you need me to write that down?
And then under intelligence, I need you to write wisdom.
I'll just skip that one.
All right. And then under that, charisma. And then under that, luck. And lastly, under that, armor class. All right. So here we are on a beautiful Thursday night, sun shining. We're having a lovely podcast. We're all talking about how you three people loved me. I've asked you to write down 3 ways that you would best describe me to make me sound good. And all of a sudden, boom, there's a bright white flash of light. And when you regain your senses, Bort, you're no longer in your office. Tippy, you're no longer in your truck. Bob, you're no longer on your deck. You 3 find yourself in a 10 by 10 square cell with none of your clothes that you have on right now, but you have like grass, fiber, kind of woven shirt, pants, and sandal type things. But before we continue, Bort, I need you to reach in both your pockets. Pull out the contents of said pockets. Chapstick and a car key. Nothing. Is that both of them?
Yep, I don't have my pocket knife. Oh, wait. Well, back pocket, I got a wallet.
No. No, that's not going to count. Tippy, how about you, sir? Both your pockets.
Nothing but lint.
You said a knife?
I said nothing but lint.
Oh, nothing but lint.
Yeah, my
All right.
pockets are empty.
All right, Bob.
Let's see here, lint, right there.
Yep.
Ooh, and my 2 medication pills, my anxiety medication pills.
Oh, all right. So on your character sheet then, somewhere on the bottom somewhere, write down 2 strange white pills.
Okay.
All right. And nobody had a knife on them in their pockets. Nobody had one.
Oh.
All right.
Where my knife is right now. I normally have it on me.
That one right here.
Oh, was that in your pocket that you missed?
Well, no, it was in my pocket at work earlier, but it's on my dashboard now.
That'll be just fine. On your character sheet, somewhere in the middle, Tippy, write the word weapons. And then put iron dagger. And then 1d6. Okay, so you 3 find yourself in a cell, 4 walls of steel bars or iron bars, and about 3 feet outside each of those iron bars, there are stone walls. And on one of these stone walls, there is a wooden door.
And we have to figure out how to get out. Okay.
There's no door on the cell?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Right across from the wooden door in the stone wall, there is a iron door in the iron wall, or iron bar wall.
Okay, so our way to get out would be, we do have a way to get out through that.
Yeah.
And we have my 2 white pills, and Matt, what's Matt or Tippy have?
An iron dagger.
Iron dagger. The doors to the cell, are there hinges on there that we can get access to break off?
You know, and we flag down the airplane that's flying over us.
Bob, do you physically go over there and look at the door?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, now we're going to start getting into rolls and rolls against your stats. So right now, I need everybody to grab your 3d6 dice and start at strength. Roll them and write that number down right next to strength.
Okay.
Is it the? Do you add them all up and write that number down?
Yep.
Okay.
All 3 of them, you add it all up. Ooh, wow. Bob, what'd you get?
I have 13.
Fort?
15.
Tippy?
11.
All right. And then we'll do the same for dexterity.
Oh gosh.
Just read them out. What, Jason, or
10.
7?
10.
Oh, 10. Bob?
6.
Tippy?
5.
All right. We'll do the same for constitution. Read them out.
8.
9.
8.
Intelligence?
11.
11.
10.
Wisdom?
11.
12.
9.
You guys are rolling all three of them, right?
Yeah.
And then where'd we leave off? Charisma?
Charisma. 10.
10.
10.
9.
And then luck.
4.
11.
15.
Holy buckets. Okay. All right. So then Bob goes over and physically looks at the door. And Bob thinks it looks like a door. A iron door.
Oh, we keep going?
Yeah, this is your guys' adventure.
I-
I'm just here to guide you along.
I'm going to walk over to the door and I'm going to try to pull it off of its hinges
You are.
using my massive strength.
Okay, then what's your strength again? Sorry.
15.
15. All right, roll the 3d6s.
I rolled a 10.
A 10 plus so the way that charts and graphs work, and Jace, you got if you want to put this right next to her, you have a +5 in strength. So your 10 turned into a +15.
So explain that again.
Okay. For all of your attributes, there's bonuses to them.
Yep.
Okay. So you rolled a 15, right? For your
Yep.
strength. That is a +5 to your strength. So whenever we roll for strength checks, you automatically get a +5.
Okay.
Bob, what did you get for strength?
13.
13. Bob, you get a +3. If you want to write that down. Gippy?
11.
11, you get a +1 for your strength checks.
Little
Okay.
good.
So Jace goes over there, he grabs the door, gives a mighty pull, and nothing happens.
Even with my 10?
Well, it'd be a 15, but
Oh, okay.
Well, didn't he have a 15 before? So wouldn't it be it'd be a 20, right?
No.
no, he had a 10 before. So you grab the door, and it's kind of moving, but you find your strength lacking to pull it off its hinges.
Tippy, did you pick the lock with your dagger?
I was gonna use my high luck and find the key on the floor.
Oh! All right. Well, luck works the same as strength does. So, Tippy, what was your strength? Or I'm sorry, what was your luck?
15.
15. So you get a +5. Bob,
4.
don't worry about it. Jace,
11, so +1.
+1. Absolutely. Okay. Go ahead and roll three 6-sided dice there, Tippy. Give me the total.
10.
10 +5 is 15. You go up to the door, or you're looking around on the ground, and you don't really see a key, but as you're looking, the you kind of kick the base of the door with your foot, and it kind of pushes forward, pushes out. You know what I mean? It pushes out just a crack.
Somebody go push it.
You what, Bob?
Somebody go push it.
You gonna push it? And it opens right up. It was never locked, and it didn't pull towards you. Pushed out.
Do I get -1 to my intelligence for that?
No, absolutely not. Okay, and as soon as you push the door open, Bob, I need to know exactly where you guys think you are in relation to that door. Bob pushed it, so he's standing in the doorway. I would think since Tippy, see, this is where it's nice to have a map and some figurines. But so Bob's in the doorway, since Tippy's foot kind of kicked it a little bit, I would think you're just behind Bob and to the right. Does that make
I'm
sense?
at the back. I opened up room for them to get in there.
Okay, all right. Then we all need, now the way action works, or the way fighting works in this game, is I call for initiative. And what initiative tells us is who goes first in what order. And then it goes by step. So one step, you can move, you can swing, or you can cast. And once we all do that, then we go to step 2, and so on. So Bob opens up the door, and then I'm going to call for initiative. So all of us are going to roll all three dice, and I got a 10.
9.
9.
5.
Okay, so I go first, and then crap. What? No, say that again. I'm sorry.
Me and Bort tied at 9.
And what'd you get, Tippy?
5.
Okay. All right. I'm good. All right. So now I'm calling step. So I got initiative. So from above you, Bob, you feel a mass land on top of your skull. Okay. So that is technically my action. And then we would go to, let's just do Bob's first, since he's getting head masked.
So this mass like jelly or like a weight?
On your turn, you can make an observation, stuff like that. Okay. All right. So Bob.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? You feel this weight land on your head.
I think my first instinct is going to be hands going up.
All right. Then I need you to make a roll for me.
Okay.
I need you to make a Constitution roll.
Okay.
What is your Constitution?
8.
8. Okay. 8 or above.
And I rolled an 11.
You rolled an 11. All right. You put your hands up, and you feel a very sticky substance. Very sticky substance. And if you would have missed your Constitution roll, your hands would have been stuck. But you made it, and you were able to kind of rip your hands free. Okay? So that would be your step, Jace.
I'm going to take a step backwards and observe.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Then while you are doing this, roll. What's your intelligence?
11.
11. Okay. Roll roll for initiative, or roll for intelligence. Yeah.
I got an 8.
An 8. Yeah, you don't really see what's going on. but you do manage to step backwards. All right.
Good job.
Tippy, you're standing just behind Bob and off his right shoulder.
I'm gonna move forward.
Okay, so you're gonna push Bob forward?
No,
You have an iron bar here. Here's the iron bar here. Here's the door.
mhm.
Bob would be standing here, and you're standing right here behind the iron gate. Or
Okay.
yeah.
So then I'd have to move behind Bob.
Yeah, or you could. Your options would be maybe move directly behind Bob, or grab Bob from where you're at, or put your, try to figure out what's got him,
Oh,
or take a step back with Bort.
I'll move directly behind him.
Okay. All right. Then that ends the first round. The second step, Bob, you feel a little drop land on your head. All right. And
Okay.
your armor class, if you want to put under armor class, put everybody right, all three of you, in just your tunics or your grass or fiber clothes. Your armor class is 6. Okay, so you feel a little drop on top of your head, and you're not sure if it stings yet or it doesn't. Oh yeah, it stings. Okay, so this drop lands on your head and just starts stinging you and stinging you. Oh, Jesus. Okay, now we got to get into hit points.
Glad I opened the gate.
Yeah, you did. Okay, fellas, underneath your armor class line, put the word hit points. And everybody roll 3 6s and tell me what you got. We'll start with Bob.
5.
You got a 5. What's your constitution?
8.
Well, you're dead. No.
He's have to carry me the rest of the time.
You know what? Let's do that. Okay, so you rolled a 5 and you have no constitution bonus, so you have 5 hit points. Write that down on your little sheet there. And this drop of whatever it is that's burning through your skull gets right down in your brain and gets you for 6 damage. And you imagine you immediately just drop to the floor. But you try to drop to the floor because this thing has still got you by the top of the head, and so you're kind of dangling around. Okay, so that was my attack.
Thanks.
Bob is a marionette right now. So now we'll go to Jace.
Do you need my hit points now, or?
Yeah, we can do your hit points.
Well, I don't. If it's not.
No,
Time.
I'm not. I can only attack one person because I only have one. Whatever is up there. So
So do you want our hit points then?
yeah, let's do hit points. What's your constitution?
9 plus 6.
There you go. It's 15. You got 15 hit points
Well, why did Bob not get a bonus then?
because he's got like an 8. And the bonus is right. What's your constitution, Bob?
8.
Yeah. Your
Is there 9 or above or something?
10 or above. 10 is 0. 11 is +1. 12 is +2.
Okay, well, my constitution was 9.
Oh,
So-
no. Okay, so you have 6 points. I
Yeah.
got it. Sorry, a little lost.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So,
Okay. I'm going to run and grab a white pill out of Bob's.
So I'm laying there doing this, and you're stealing my drugs.
Yes, I got a plan in my head.
So right now, for the sake of not having a mat and little figurine,
Yep.
let's say you were 6 feet behind Bob.
Yep.
Each step would be 3 feet. So you take 3 feet closer, or you move 3 feet closer.
Okay.
Next step, you'll be able to get to him.
Okay.
All right, Tippy.
Mm,
What do you have for health first?
Oh yeah. What's your constitution, bud?
was 8. So
Okay. Roll 3 6-sided dice.
I got what did I roll here? 9.
Okay, you got 9 hit points.
Okay.
So what you see in front of you, since you're standing right behind Bob, is you see Bob kind of hanging from the ceiling, going like this. His eyes are shut, and you see a lump of mass stuck to his head going up to the ceiling. And he's just going like,
Use my dagger and cut him down.
you do. Ah, good job. Good job.
My hero.
Yay. All right. So then, sir, give me a 6-sided roll. And this is the swing to hit roll.
Okay. 12.
12. Okay. My armor class on this guy is 5, so that's 7. You hit. Now give me what is your strength, sir?
11 plus 1.
Yep. Okay. So now roll 1d6 and add 1 to it.
Roll 1. So that would be 4.
4. All right. What basically happens is you take your dagger and you make a swooshing attack on this stuff. It had 3 hit points. So you were able to slash through it, and Bob starts falling to the ground. Okay? That would be the end of step. So now we're going to step 3. Since I got the initiative first. Okay, I'm gonna do my step is from up in the rafters. You see about a 3-foot spider falling from above the wooden door. What?
Nothing. I like it.
Okay, you see about a 3-foot round spider fall from the ceiling. Now, Bob, give me a luck roll. Get above your luck. What's your luck?
My luck is 4, and I rolled a 4.
Oh man, it's hard not to kill you twice.
What are the? Well, obviously my luck is low. So
Yeah. Okay. So the spider it falls down to the ground, and unfortunately, since you're down below it, it lands right on your chest, Bob.
oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. All right. So that was my movement. Next would be Bort, since Bob's dead.
Hmm.
Now, granted, Bob's lying there with a big spider on his chest.
Yep.
You're 3 feet away from it.
Yep. Now my question is, if you stack armor on it, do you get additional bonus? So if I was wearing 2 woven tunic-like shirts, would I get a bonus?
No.
Okay. So it's not worth pillaging the dead body. I'm going to run and tackle the spider.
That's very, very brotherly of you. Thank you.
Well,
I want those pills in your pocket.
all right. I need. First, give me a roll of 3 6s.
Got a 9.
A 9. Well, you definitely hit it. Did we go over your dexterity already? Do you have any pluses to that?
My dexterity is 10.
10. Okay, give me a dex roll.
3 dice.
3 dice. Get above a 10.
10.
10. You can't make this easy. Okay, so you run at the little spidery guy, and you slam into it. You do make it go off of Bob, but now, what? Give me a luck roll, Jace. I'm trying to save you. Give me a luck roll.
We got a 10.
What's your luck?
11.
Oh, God. You thought you felt something down by your ankle, and you thought, oh, that feels like a spider foot. Maybe I can kick out of it. You go to do a luck roll, and you fail it. So as you end up, the spider's on its back, you're laying on top of it, and one of its foot is wrapped around your ankle. Okay? All right. Tippy.
Okay, I'm gonna stab the spider.
Oh. All right. Well, first of all, I need you to give me a dex roll because you just had a Bort come charging by you. And I want to see if you were able to keep your feet or not.
Okay.
So,
Come on.
what's your dex?
5.
And what did you roll?
5.
You either really want really high above that number or really low. No. Okay. So, Bort come flying past you, and he shoulders you in the back, and you go to, to try to get out of his way, but you didn't. You really couldn't. So you're just knocked back a little bit. You're still on your feet. You did not fall, and unfortunately, because you didn't meet your dex roll, it's the end of that step. We'll go on to the next step. Now it's me again, and I got my little spider, and he's laying down there, and he's laying down on Bob's legs, and he's got a big human in front of him, and the spider is gonna try to bite Bort. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, you don't have anything to block with. All right. Well, he bit you, Bort, right in the shoulder. Right in the shoulder. And he did 2 points of damage with his fangs. All right. Now, we will have Bob still dead, and we'll go back to Jace. Sorry, names are just flying all over here. Bort. So you just got bit by a spider.
Oh.
Big one.
I'm going to take my good arm and should I punch it in the face or rip its leg off?
Rip its leg off.
Okay. All right. Well, my spider has an armor class of 4. So you need to roll 3 6s and get above a 4.
Does my strength count in this at all?
It will, yeah. Yep.
I got a +5 to my strength, so.
No. Not to hit. It doesn't.
Oh,
When you do damage, it counts.
okay.
Okay,
14.
so what did you roll? 14. So you rolled 10 above the armor class of the enemy. That means it's a critical. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So now I need you to roll damage. And for fists, we'll do a D6
2.
plus your strength bonus,
5.
and then double it because it's a critical.
14.
Yeah. So what basically happens is you grab a leg and you're really upset at the loss of your brother. And you rip that leg off, but that leg just so happened to be connected to a piece of its heart. And when you ripped that leg off, you ripped its heart apart, and the spider died.
Awesome.
So now, technically, since the enemy's dead, we go out of step. And we find ourselves with a dead Bob with a spider on top of him, crawling off of the spider, and Tippy kind of leaning against the rail or the edge of the cell door. Okay, so now we're out of step, free movement, whatever you guys want to do.
Time to pillage the dead bodies yet? For goods?
There's my
Okay.
pills. There you guys go.
No. It's not that easy. Not that easy. Okay.
Well, I think it's only fair that we try one of those pills on Bob first.
Okay. All right. So.
See if they might regenerate his life.
All right. So what happens is, while Jason is getting up and dusting himself off and taking a look at his wound in his shoulder, Tippy goes over, digs in your pockets, Bob, takes out one of those pills, puts it underneath your tongue, and I need you to roll. I need you to make 2 rolls for me, Bob.
Okay.
I need a Constitution roll. What's your
So that's
Constitution?
8. So I
Okay,
have to give up an 8.
above an 8.
I got 11.
You got 11. Okay, and then I need what's your luck?
4.
4. I need you. Oh, you know what? I've been doing this wrong. Remember I told you it was 30 years?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. After this, I'll change it.
That's why I died so quick.
No. You died the right way. It's these rolls I'm having you guys do. You got to get under your numbers, not over your numbers.
Okay.
All right. But we'll do it over just to be fair because, all right. So give me a luck roll and get over your number.
Yep, I got 6. 7, and my luck was 4.
All right. From now on, when we do these rolls, we got to get under the numbers instead of over. All right.
Basically, Bob's never going to get lucky.
Pretty much, no. All right. So,
Story of my life.
all right. So, yeah, you're laying there and you're seeing the white light and you're walking towards it, and all of a sudden, you have a strong urge to open your eyes, and standing over you is Tippy's face and Jason's face, and you take big giant breath and you heal. Roll a 6-sided dice for me.
Okay. 3.
3. So you heal 4 of those 6 points. So you're down 2. Jason's down 2. And it's fine.
So I was originally at 5 hit points. Now I'm down to 3.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Sorry. Yep.
From the 3, okay.
Yep.
3's better than nothing.
All right. And then do you check your head out at all, or?
Oh, yeah, I would. Actually, no. I really care about my brother, and I want to check on his wound.
Okay. Do you let him? This is open movement. You can do whatever you guys want to do right now. Just let me know what you're doing.
I guess I'll accept it cautiously.
I'm just going to try and get some of that goo on you.
All right. So Bob goes over and very gently moves Jason's shirt away from his neck. And basically you see 2 little fang holes. And he seems about as hurt as you are.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are standing between the open iron door and the closed wooden door. And yeah, there's a dead spider down there.
I like the idea of Tippy's dagger. I think we should use that somehow.
Oh, wait, Tippy, you said pillage the dead bodies. Did you want to look through the spider?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, then, boy, why don't you give me a wisdom check, please? Sir, what's your wisdom?
9.
9?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a roll under a 9, if you could, please.
3.
3. Holy buckets.
That's a critical, right?
No, 10. 10 points.
10 points. Oh, okay.
All right, man. You remember, Tippy, you remember watching a Discovery show when you were back in the other world, and it said how spider venom is very, very, very toxic and can kill very, very fast. Well, it just so happens that down as the spider's laying on its side, you see some pooling down on the brick down next to its head. And you'd think that if maybe you had a container, you could probably scoop some of that up and use it like on, try it on like a sword or a dagger or something like that.
Or could I just coat the blade of my dagger with it?
You want to do that? Okay, cool.
I don't really got anything to put it in unless I start dissecting the spider and making a pouch.
Okay. Well, let's go with your first. Let's go with your first idea, and you coat the blade of your knife, and give me 2 six-sided dice roll. Roll 2 of them, I guess I'm trying to say. And if you get an 11 or a 12, there's a chance of magic happening.
Okay. So I roll 2 dice?
Yep, roll 2.
Okay. 10.
Oh!
All right, that's good. I can work with this. As you lay your knife down and try to coat some of that venom onto that knife blade, all of a sudden, it feels weird. It tingles in your hand. And if you want to write this down, like where I had you write weapon, dagger, put venom tipped, and then put +2. Because if you got an 11 or 12, it was going to be a +4 venom tipped. So we'll go with +2.
Weapon upgrade. Nice.
Weapon upgrade. All right. So Tippy's down there. He's coating his dagger. Bob, you're done looking at Jace. Jace, I don't know what Bort, I don't know what you're doing. So, yeah, free time. Whatever you guys want to do.
What do you think, Bort?
Well, I've got nothing more I can do except I'm going to look around the outer area of the cell to see if there's anything interesting of use on the floor or the walls.
Very good, very good. Give me, what's your luck?
11.
11. Give me a luck check. You want under 11?
Under an 11?
Yep.
Good, I got a 5.
Got a 5. All right. On the first side that you go down, you look and you find a half of a key. Not the important part that you need to unlock it, but the other half, the outer half. Okay.
Yeah.
That's about all you find there. Give me another luck check.
I got an 11.
You got an 11. So okay, well, you're kind of lucky. All right, on the other opposite end from the wooden door, you're looking around there and you kick over some straw, and in this straw you see something shiny. And in that straw, as you look, you find 3 golden coins.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then 1 more for the other wall.
1 second, Phil. We got a 4.
Oh, wow. Nice. You're looking over this wall and you're looking down on the ground, and you happen to look up in the rafters and you see what looks like kind of a, not really a nest, but like somewhere where that spider would have slept. You know, like he would have rested.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this still my turn?
Yeah, anybody can do anything. Yeah.
I say we
Oh.
try to shimmy up and go see what's up in that area.
Okay, are you gonna boost them up, Bob?
I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
God,
I've got the most strength. So would that matter?
Well, yours would be dexterity for getting up there. Yours would be like a combination of dex, dexterity, and if Bob's gonna hoist you, I need a strength check from Bob.
Well, yeah, but I've got more strength, so shouldn't I be the one hoisting?
That's a good point.
Yeah, throw me into the spider. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so unless Tippy, do you think you're braver than I am?
I've got a dexterity of 5, so there's a very low chance I'm getting up there.
What's your dex, Bob?
6. That's a better chance.
So I'm the most strength and dex.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, I'm
so
a 13.
Tippy should hoist me up then.
Yeah. What's your
Tippy,
strength?
what?
I got 11 plus 1, didn't Bob have a 13?
Oh, wait, Bob's a 13.
I'm a 13 strength,
Yeah.
Okay.
Bob
All
should
right,
hoist
then.
me up.
so I should lift more up.
Yeah. All right. So give me a roll.
Roll
3
these
6 underneath your strength.
Yep, I have to get under 13. So roll 'em. I got 7.
All right. You hoist him up there. Tibby or Bort, give me a dex.
13.
And what's yours?
10.
Give me a luck roll.
8.
And what is your luck?
11.
All right. So Bob boosts you up and he rams your head into a rafter because you've seen it coming, you couldn't get out of the way. But as you're trying to get out of the way and it bonks you, your head goes up and you're able to grab onto the other end of the rafter. So now you're going to pull yourself up, and as you're looking around up there, as you're looking around up there, you see kind of a weird looking a weird looking cup, almost like a chalice, like the old golden chalice from Indiana Jones, that type of cup. And then there's some more coins, gold coins, and that's about all you see when you're up there.
Interesting. Well, I'll try to put the coins in my pocket and then say, "Hey guys, I found a chalice."
I agree with that. I think that's a good idea.
All right. Yeah, you don't have to hide it from me. I mean, whatever you want to do. So you grab the coins, you put them in your pocket.
Yeah.
Grab the cup and you say, "Hey guys, I found a chalice," and then you drop back down.
He's live up there.
Yeah. I guess I'll drop back down. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you land like a Bob catches you, and yeah, you're looking at this cup, and it's got some gems around it, and you tip it upside down, and it doesn't seem any different than a regular maybe cup that you use to drink out of, but it's got green gems encrusted around the middle of the cup.
How many coins did I get in my pocket?
How many coins?
Yeah.
Did you count them?
Hmm?
Did you count them?
Oh crap!
No, there was 10 of them up there.
10 of them. Okay.
Yep.
So green. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Have we tried the door yet?
No. You want to go try that again?
No, I think Tippy should. He's got the dagger.
Well, yeah.
That's what I was gonna do because we already searched the room, so I think it's time to move forward with the whatever we're doing. So
Okay. All right. So Tippy, you're gonna open the door.
Yep.
You grab onto the door, and the door opens up, and inside of it, you see a weird room. It's got 5 sides to it. The one side is the side of the door where you're going to be walking in, and it's got 2 braziers that are spurting out fire. Get to the right page here. On the wall next to the one where you enter, there is a beautiful looking long axe, a 2-handed axe. Next to the 2-handed axe on the same wall, there's a beautiful, shiny set of plate armor or plate mail. And on top of the plate mail, there is a shiny, beautiful helmet. One of them old kinds with the things that go up and down. Okay. On the next wall over, there's a set of robes that you kind of recognize from like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. Next to the robe, there is a staff, a long staff, probably 6 foot if you had to guess. And the top of that staff has a red ball of energy going around it. And at the feet of the robes, there is a book encrusted with little like the Illuminati sign with the eyeball and the triangle. And then on the fourth wall, there is this really shiny, colorful suit of leather armor. This leather's been dyed like purples and pinks and reds and yellows and the coat has. And then there's a set of black leather pants and a set of boots. Right next to this is this really weird looking guitar. It's got kind of a bowl shaped body, long neck, and 6 strings on it. And right next to this weird looking guitar, there is a sword roughly 3 feet long in a scabbard. And on the last wall, so on your right as you're walking in, there is a beautiful green set of chainmail with the little links, and everything. And it's just the shirt, and then there's a pair of leather leggings. Leaning up against that, sorry, I had jalapenos on myself. Leaning against that, there is a really, really nice looking long bow. And at the foot of the long bow, there is a quiver holding some arrows. And you guys take this all in as you walk in. And in the middle of the room, there is a chest. And on this chest, the lid is closed. So,
I think
whatever interests you, whatever you want to do, just tell me what.
I want to open the chest, but I think the smarter thing is to get armor on first and get weapons before we do that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to look at the chest to see if it's unlocked.
All right. I'm fine looking at the chest.
Okay, so you gather. So there's all these beautiful treasures around. And you're going right
The box.
Box. What's in the box?
Okay, you go up to the box. All three of you going to go up to the box?
No, it's your idea, Bort.
It's
You
me.
go for
I
it.
don't care.
Right.
Yeah, you have a mutant spider jump on your head.
Okay, so you
I already know what type of character my guy is, so.
you walk up to the chest, and where the latch goes over the hoop, there is not a lock. There's no lock there.
Okay.
I think I am going to go get some stuff off the wall to protect myself.
Okay. All right. Well, are you interested in the warrior way, the mage way, kind of like Gandalf, the bard way with the lyre, it's called, it's old guitar, or the ranger way with the bow and the beautiful set of shimmering chainmail?
I am gonna just go. I'll go to warrior way with the big old axe.
All right. All right, then get ready to write down on your sheet, sir. And I need 2 rolls from you. Actually, wait, I'm going to need 3 rolls from you, sir. The first one is for your long axe. I need, roll 2 dice. Okay. And I need, let me know if you get an 11 or a 12.
Nope, we got an 8.
All right, and then for the plate mail, roll it again.
10.
10. And then for the helm, try it one more time.
8.
Okay. You grab this plate mail, and it's basically, no, you're going to have to, get dressed in front of the other 2. I hope you don't mind that. But when you pick this plate mail off of the rack, and it's got a leather shirt underneath it, and it's got a pair of leather pants. So you put the pants on first, and there's actual plates, shined up iron plates that are on the outside of this leather. leather pants. And then the shirt itself, you slide it over your head, and it's the same thing. It's a leather shirt, got some pretty good plates, in all those spots where it's needed. You put the helm on, it goes down to just, kind of sits right on your shoulder blade there. And you feel very, very well protected. Next, write down on your sheet that you have this plate armor,
Okay.
and a helm. And then the plate armor is going to give you a +3, and the helm is going to give you a +1. So together, when you're wearing that, you have an armor class of 10.
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
when somebody beats you, goes to hit you, instead of rolling over a 6, they need over a 10.
Okay.
Okay. And
All right.
now you grab this long, beautiful double-headed axe, and you grab it, and it feels kind of, it feels good. The weight's right. You can smack it and everything, and swing it, and it feels really good. If you want to put down on your sheet, two-handed long axe, and then that's going to do 2d6. So if you hit, you roll 2 6-sided, and that's what you do for damage.
Okay.
Plus your strength bonus.
Plus what?
Plus your strength bonus whenever you get.
Okay.
Okay. So now you're all armored up, man. You're good to go. So while he was doing that, what were you two doing?
Dippy, you want to go first?
Sure, I'm gonna go for the mage setup.
You are. All right. So you go over to the robes and you're looking at them, and they're just plain old. Well, wait a minute. Let me back up here. If you had the option between fire and cold, what are you feeling in your heart? Do you like if you look at your fingertips, do you imagine them on fire or freezing?
Freezing.
Freezing. Okay. All right. Well, bless you. You look at these robes, and they're a very, very, very beautiful deep blue color. Kind of like that blue on an iceberg, where they show it and you can see through it. Why don't you roll for me 2 6-sided dice and let me know if you get an 11 or a 12.
10.
10. Okay. So yeah, they're very beautiful robes. They give you a +1. So next to your armor class, you would have 6 + 1. So you would have an armor class of 7. Okay, and then you go to next. You look at the staff. All right, and it's a staff. It's a wooden staff. Nothing real amazing about it. And you notice that when you grab it, there's one ball of blue, like ice floating around it. And then when you grab it, there's 2 more that come up. So now there's 3 balls of blue round ice. Basically, I'm gonna have you write this down here, Tippy. It's a staff of ice missile. It's called ICE missile. And when you point it at somebody and shoot it, those 3 balls go flying out at whoever you're pointing it at, and they do. Each one of them does one 1 6-sided worth of damage. So, you'd be rolling 3 6-sided. So they hit 1 does 6, 1 does 3, 1 does 5 type thing. Okay.
Okay.
It's got 20 uses, so you can only shoot it 20 times. And if you want to whack somebody over the head with it, if you hit it, it's 1 6-sided worth of damage. So it just did 4 damage, kind of like your dagger was. All right. And lastly, you look down and you see this weird spell book kind of thing. And what was your intelligence, Tippy?
10.
10. Okay. All right. You look down at this spell book and you pick it up. And Bob finished dressing up by then. And he comes over and he's looking at it with you. And you open it up to the first page and there's words on it. And Bob goes, well, what good is a book that you can't read? But you, Tippy, you can read it. And in your mind, you can read it. It says, ouchie, ouchie. Wait, I messed that up. It says, touchy, touchy, ouchie, ouchie. Cool your skin, kablowie. And you think, wow, that would really do some damage if I used it on an enemy, maybe. But the thing about the way I learned how to play D&D back in the early 90s is whenever we were doing a spell, you had to say the spell. You couldn't just say, hey, I'm doing magic missile. You had to come up with words and do the spell. So since you're low level, you get 2 free spells that I'm giving you. Okay. And you have to say them word for word. Now, as you level up, Tippy, if you want to, if you have fun with this, so these are 2 first level spells. As you level up, you're going to open up 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. 5th ones are like freaking nuclear stuff falling from the sky. But for right now, write this down. Touchy, touchy. Ouchie, ouchie. Cool your skin. Kablowie.
I got it.
And what this is going to do is it's a touch spell. So if somebody's gonna hit you or swing at you, you can, if you got that spell ready, you can grab their wrist, say the spell, and you can freeze them for 1d6 of damage. Okay, that's your 1 free spell. And your 2nd free spell, you look at it and you're like, huh, Bob, can you read that? And Bob's like, no, I can't read that one either. And you start reading and it's all making sense in your mind. And it says, shooty, shooty, boom, boom. Shoot your face to your tomb. Freeze. All right. And basically what that is a long range freeze spell. Shooty, shooty, boom, boom. Shoot your face to your tomb. And then that one, if you connected with it, it'd be 1d6 of damage plus 2. Okay? Got it? You got that written down?
Oh, what was the first one? Was that the same damage or?
That was 1d6.
1d6 plus 1?
No, 1d6 just plain. But this one is long range, a little bit more powerful spell, so it gives you a plus 2. Okay, so the way that magic works is, what is your intelligence again?
10.
10. Okay. Starting out as a mage, you are given 4 slots. Okay. Slot is basically just a little box where you can put a check mark. So that means you can cast one of these 2 spells 4 times a day. Your magic is depleted and you have to rest. Because you're calling upon yourself to make this happen. Okay? So you have to cast each spell for one step. So if I say initiative and then it's your turn, you would, and we're in step and it's your turn, you would say I'm casting. And then we would go around that step, come to the next step, and your spell would be ready. You could say it, hit them, freeze them, hopefully kill them. So at your level right now, you only can shoot, or you only have enough magic in you to do a spell 4 times a day. Okay? Kind of makes sense? Did I explain it okay? Okay. All right. So you get all that on, and you're feeling juiced up and kind of ready to go. All right, there, Bort.
I'm opening the chest.
You grab a hold of the chest, clasp, and it does not open.
It's not as strong as you thought you were.
Yeah, my strength isn't doing me much good here.
What do you do? I shouldn't tell you.
I look at the chest to see if there's a place for my half key to go in.
The clasp looks like it would have had some kind of a padlock on it through the hoop that the clasp came down over. And there is no padlock. So to answer your question, you're just stabbing a broken key at nothing.
You can't just flip the thing up and with the
Lid?
yeah.
Well, you can flip the clasp up, but you can't open the lid.
Still, it's locked.
Well,
Stuck.
it's stubborn. It won't open for you.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the chest up, throw it, and slam it into the ground.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. Oh, good Lord. All right, give me an intelligence check.
Come on, I wanted a strength check. I got a 9
And
against.
what is your
11.
intelligence?
11.
All right, you pick this chest up, and as you're picking it up, you notice that on the side there are like hand imprints, and then in the middle there are like really weird looking hash marks, and you count them up, and there are 3 there. Does that make sense? So it's a rounded lid. On each end, there's like a place for 2 hands or a hand. And then in the middle, there's like 3 hash
Hmm.
I think before I either smash it with my axe or Tippy sends a spell on it, I think it might be good for you to get some armor board.
There could be treasure in there.
I expect a little mouse to be
You're
alive.
fine. I go grab the ranger gear.
mark. All right, you're gonna be the ranger.
So,
All right, give me grab 2 dice.
yep.
Roll them. Get 11 or 12.
10.
All right, do it again.
12.
Oh, and then one more time.
8.
8. All right. You, sir, grab this beautiful shimmering green chainmail shirt with leather pants. You put it on, and you feel stronger. So with your base armor class, it is a +3 set of chainmail. So you are at a 9 now. This long bow that you grab just feels like a regular old wooden bow. You grab it, you know, you feel a little bit of power in there, but not much. And it's basically just a long bow +1. But this quiver, dude, I'm telling you, there's a quiver there, and it's something special. It's got inlaid leather, you know, just beautiful seam work on the leather, the stitching. It's just gorgeous. And in there is 12 arrows, and it is just a beautiful thing. So you pick it up and put it over your shoulder. You're all dressed up. So the only thing left in the room that is a set of bard stuff in that treasure chest.
All right. It's so just kind of doing a pause here. 6:45. How much longer you guys want to go? I'm good going, or if you guys want to, whatever.
I had enough stuff figured out for you guys to get to this room and get suited up.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's finish getting suited.
So that also included the treasure chest.
I'm good with getting the chest.
Well, it's Bob's turn next, so.
Okay, whatever. You guys are in free movement, so.
Oh, I was gonna say I could go over and grab the sword.
Oh, you're gonna grab the sword? You go over, you grab the sword, you give it a hiya. I mean, just a cowabunga baby. Oh, crap. Crap.
Oh, 9.
Am I back?
Yep.
You're
Okay,
good.
sorry. My battery went going dead and I didn't have it plugged in. My bad. Okay, so you grab this sword. Big cowabunga baby. And the sword bounces off the top of the chest.
I think Tippy should try one of his magical spells on it.
I only get 4 per day.
Wait. I was just gonna go grab the sword to claim it as my own.
Oh, okay. My
That
bad.
way I have short range and long range weapons.
Okay, perfect. Give me a 2 6-sided. Let me know if it's 11 or 12.
8.
8. No, it's just a plain old short sword. 1d6 of damage. Put a this probably won't come up right now, Jace. So put a little a star or a question mark next to the quiver so I don't forget. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
I got an idea.
Okay.
How about all 3 of us put a hand on the chest?
You are smart. Okay, so Bob goes over and touches one side of the chest. Tippy goes over, touches the other side of the chest. Bort goes to the front, grabs the latch, and the lid pops right open. And inside of them, inside the chest, you see in red velvet inlay, you see a red gem with smoke rolling in the inside of it. It's about 2 inches around, and it's laying there nicely in this red velvet. Next to it is a blue gem with smoke, like gray smoke rolling around in it. Same size. And the next one is a green gem same size, about 2 inches in circumference, with smoke rolling around on the inside of it. You guys, at the same time in your heads, you hear, grab me. So you instinctively reach a hand in, and Bob grabs the green one, Tippy grabs the blue one, Bort grabs the red one, and everybody roll 1 6-sided dice. You need a 5 or a 6.
6.
5.
1.
All right. Jason, the red gem pops out in your hand, and it is just glorious and beautiful. Tippy's over there going, it's not coming. And then Bob, he grabs this green one, and pop, it comes right out, and it is just gloriously smoky and just wonderful. And yeah, free movement, whatever you want to do.
Can Tippy have another shot at getting his or not?
Yeah, I was going to say I want to try that again.
All right. You step back and you think, maybe I grabbed it with the wrong hand. So you take your other hand and you grab it. Now, 1 6-sided dice, you must roll a 6. No 5 or 6. Different hand, a 6.
1.
Okay. Bort's like, no. This is the way you do it.
That's right.
Goes over, grabs the blue one, and what happens?
I pick it up.
Well, roll the dice. You need a 6.
4.
Oh, no, he couldn't do it either. All right. Then Bob, he goes over and he grabs it and he tries pulling it up.
3.
I really hadn't planned on giving you guys this many chances.
And don't.
And don't.
Huh?
And don't.
All right. Nope. It's as soon as your hand flies off of it, the lid to the chest slams shut. And Bob is left with his green orb of gem, and Bort has his red one. And now I need each of you to do let's do an intelligence check, please. Let me know what you get compared to if you got it or not.
9 to an 11 intelligence.
Okay.
Roll. I have 11 and I rolled a 7.
I have 10 and I rolled a 6.
All right. So you all made it then, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Underneath. Yeah. All right. So you're all you got your gem balls, orbs, whatever, and you kind of checking out your new digs and you're like, okay, well, we're stuck in a room and there doesn't appear to be a door, but then you look up a little bit and there's a lever sticking out of the wall. And that's about as far as I got with the story so far.
So did Tippy get something then with that intelligence check?
No. Your intelligence check was just to see if you were smart enough to know what a lever was.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see that lever up there, and that's kind of where I'm going to end it, because that's about all I got.
Awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
So the next time we do this, then we'll pick up in this room. Yeah, we'll pick up right where this room is. I suppose you guys will want to check the lever out and all that good stuff, and then we'll do some more adventuring. But yeah, Bob, you got anything else you want to say before I close this out?
No, I thought this was a lot of fun. I look forward to the next round.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Bort?
So am I still in possession with the half key and the golden chalice with the green rubies? I'm still holding all that stuff? Okay.
You are.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Anything else you want to?
Well, not yet. Just wait until I kill my companions. I mean, for the next adventure.
All right. How about you, Tippy?
I guess all I have to say is touchy, touchy, ouchie, ouchie, cooler skin, kablowie.
Excellent. All right, gentlemen. Well, this was fun. Like I said, it's been many years. Sorry if I mistaked a couple times, but we'll get it going. We'll get it going smooth.
Okay.
So yeah, for Bort, Tippy, Bob, and Little Bob, this is Dudu saying have a good day. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep. Indeed.